LNG, liquefied natural gas, is a source of clean energy that can replace petroleum or coal, and China's demand for cleaner power has made it the world's biggest LNG importer. Last year, the country bought 38 million tons of LNG from overseas, and total consumption rose 17% in just the first half of this year. Data from China Customs show that around 5% of China's imported LNG comes from the U.S., but that accounted for 15% of the total U.S. exports, a big share for the U.S. producers, who up until now have enjoyed a price advantage on their exports.
LNG 它仍然是属于比较贵一种能源。
LNG is a pretty expensive type of energy resource, much more so than coal or fuel oil. In fact, the price of US LNG is a bit lower than from Australia. But once China puts a 25% tariff on it, that price advantage will be completely gone. I think it will add roughly 1/3 to the current cost for domestic buyers, and they won't accept that.
对于我们中国进口企业来说的一个税收成本。
There are reports saying that China has already curtailed its LNG imports from the U.S. That could hardly have been what President Donald Trump wanted when he spoke of building energy dominance for the U.S.
What might be affecting is that the potential of LNG importing of China is expected to be large, and losing this market is not a good idea for United States exporters, because we all know that China has been working very hard on reducing the environmental pollution. Therefore, importing more LNG is a very important matter regarding China's layout of its energy. And if US lose China's market in the future, which is actually a quite growing market of LNG consumption, is not really a good idea for the exporters.
Over 90% of China's LNG imports comes from 5 major suppliers: Australia, Qatar, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Papua New Guinea. The International Energy Agency estimates China's demand for natural gas will increase by 60% over the 5 years beginning in 2017 to a total of 376 billion cubic meters. The rise in imports over that period is estimated to double. Mi Jiayi, ICS for CGTN, Shanghai.